In every small town, there's always that one neighbor. The one who keeps to himself, never causes trouble, and minds his own business. For the people of Maple Ridge, that man was Daniel Cooper, and he lived at the end of Cedar Lane, a narrow street lined with aging oak trees and weather houses that hadn't changed in decades. To everyone who knew him, Daniel was polite, quiet, and painfully ordinary. He waved to neighbors, helped an elderly widow mow her lawn, and sometimes dropped off cookies at the local church bake sale. No one ever questioned who he really was. Until the night everything burned. It was a cool autumn evening when fire trucks screamed down Cedar Lane. Flames tore through Daniel's modest blue house, lighting up the sky in orange and black. Neighbors stood helplessly in their driveways, watching as firefighters battled the blaze. When it was finally over, all that remained were ashes and a single discovery that would change everything. Inside the burned-out remains of Daniel's home, investigators found something strange, a hidden room. The door had been sealed behind drywall, impossible to see from the outside. But when the wall collapsed from the fire, the secret was revealed. Inside, they found dozens of old IDs, fake driver's licenses, passports, and stacks of newspaper clippings. Each article detailed murders that had taken place in 3 different states, all unsolved. And in the corner of that room, they found something worse. A half-burned photograph of a young woman. Her eyes kind, her smile haunting, with the words, "I'm sorry," scrawled across the back. The discovery turned a tragic house fire into a full-blown homicide investigation. At first, police thought Daniel had died in the fire. But when they sifted through the debris, there was no body, not even bones. That's when neighbors began remembering things, small, seemingly insignificant moments that suddenly didn't feel so harmless. One neighbor recalled how Daniel always seemed to leave town for work trips that no one could verify. Another said he once saw Daniel digging in his backyard late at night. And Mrs. Harding, the elderly widow next door, mentioned how Daniel used to burn trash, even when it wasn't allowed, insisting it was just old papers. As investigators combed through what little remained, they identified fingerprints from the fake IDs. The prints matched a name that sent chills through the entire community. Evan Cole, a fugitive wanted for 3 murders across the Midwest. Cole had been on the run for over 12 years. His victims? All women in their 30s, all found near abandoned motels, each strangled and marked with a single scar behind the ear. He had vanished before police ever got close. Now, they realized he hadn't vanished at all. He just changed his name, moved into a sleepy neighborhood, and learned to blend in. Detectives discovered that Daniel, or rather, Evan, had bought the Maple Ridge house under a fake identity 5 years earlier. He kept a low profile, never using credit cards, always paying cash, never inviting